Hi, I'm back again for my fifth video. As far as the countdown goes for my surgery, I've got 4 weeks to go as of yesterday. So my since we haven't heard from the medical coordinators, my paranoia is kind of kicking in, and I just want to make sure that everything is going to be set up when we get there. So I'm kind of worried about that. Not that they're dodging anything. They're not. I haven't contacted anyone in a while, and I think I might do that maybe this weekend or something. We'll see. I still have not smoked. I'm pretty excited about that, considering this week has been sort of stressful for me. So I wanted a cigarette several times, and I actually almost pulled into a gas station and got a pack the other day, but I ended up not doing that, and mostly because I don't want to have to go through, day one again. So I want to make sure that, I've made the progress that I've made, and this is, and then I'm not going to mess that up. So I guess when you compare dieting versus quitting smoking, these are my two big vices that I'm trying to get rid of. Smoking is harder to initially quit, but it's easier to stick with. Dieting is easy to start, but it's really difficult to stay with and continue and say, okay, today I am going to eat, I'm going to eat yogurt for breakfast, a salad for lunch, and then I'm going to have a salad for dinner or whatever. Perfect example, actually. So we have 2 weeks until we have to do our pre-op diet, which I'll talk about more later, probably the week that I start it. But basically it's going to consist of protein shakes for breakfast and lunch, and then for dinner we can have a salad with some kind of protein on it, and then like a very small amount of light oil-based or vinegar-based dressing. Knowing that, we have this 2 weeks left before we have to go on this extremely strict diet, Kay and I have kind of been going on our farewell to food tour, which, is kind of basically, we're trying to think of anything that we might want to eat before we can't eat it anymore. For the past 6 months, Kay and I have been doing a diet, a low-calorie diet. Each of us have lost probably about 50 pounds, which is good. The thing that motivated me the most in this diet was the fact that it was all of a sudden easier for me to get around. I had gotten to the point before, I'll just be honest, I had gotten over 400 pounds, and I was finding it difficult to walk. I was finding it difficult to wash every part of my body in the shower. Let's not even think about going to a movie. Walking around in Walmart or Target or whatever was impossible, or it was extremely painful. And then the opportunity came about for us to get this surgery. And so we've decided that, we stayed on the diet for a little bit, but then I decided that, we were going to do this farewell to food tour, or that I was, or, whatever, and Kay does it too, and all that. We just kind of eat whatever we want. Of course, the problem with that, I had gotten to the point where I was able to walk around Walmart back and forth across the store without it hurting me. My clothes started fitting better, everything like that. And then we went on this farewell to food tour, and we were able to eat pizza and, sandwiches. And I have probably gained about 10, 15 pounds since we started doing that. So the big problem with this is, if the surgery was all set and everything was all paid, then it would be no big deal. But the problem that we run into is if our BMI is over a certain amount with this plan in Mexico, we'll be required to pay more money because it's a longer surgery time and all of that. So it'll be more expensive. So we are definitely going to have to go back on our regular, trying to lose weight diet. On top of that, actually, what really kind of sucks is that, and I didn't even really realize this because, I had lost about 50 pounds and I had started to feel good about it. I started to feel really good after, the first 20. But, I'm starting to hurt again. And that's what's really making me say, wait a minute, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go back on a regular diet. There's a lot of weight on my joints, on my back, on my legs, and and it's very painful to try to carry my body around. As much as I want to be able to eat whatever I want for these next 2 weeks, I'm gonna cut back because I don't want to gain another 10 pounds and and not be able to walk and not be able to get around and then when we go to Mexico, end up having to pay another $500 because my BMI is too high. So yeah, we're having to rein ourselves back in and continue with our diet. And in 2 weeks, we are going to have to, do the protein thing. And I'm sure we're going to lose a little bit of weight doing that, but I don't want to count on it. If you've had the surgery, did you do a farewell to diet, a farewell to food, all your favorite foods? Did you go on a binge, basically, before you had the surgery? If you're about to, do you plan to? If you're about to have the surgery, or if you want to have the surgery, would you do that? So yeah, just a question. So basically that's pretty much it, honestly. Really not a whole lot to report. We're just in the waiting game. Well, that is pretty much it. Words of wisdom, comments are always welcome. So yeah. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next time.